Hello and welcome once again. Today we're going to look at two problems. Both of them deal with applications of the weighted average cost of capital. Let's get started. Here, the question revolves around whether it's appropriate to use the weighted average cost of capital of a firm as the discount rate in the case where the project under consideration has a risk that is higher than the risk of the average project at the company. Now recall that if project risk equals the risk of the average project at the company, then it is appropriate to use the weighted average cost of capital as the discount rate. When the project risk is higher, then we must use a discount rate that is higher as well. So in this instance, if we were to use the weighted average cost of capital as the discount rate, then that discount rate is inappropriately low. And the impact of that is that the present value of cash flows that we calculate will be too high. Risky projects will seem relatively more attractive than they actually are, causing them to be undertaken a disproportionately high percentage of the times that they are considered. So let's look at the options. The first one states that the project NPVs are understated. In fact, they would be overstated. The second states that the firm will reject risky projects. In fact, more risky projects will be accepted. So the correct answer is C, because we're likely to accept more and more risky projects over time, the overall risk of the project portfolio will rise. Okay, let's consider the next problem. Now here, we're given a dividend yield of 8%, a dividend payout ratio of 15%, and an ROE of 13%. We're asked to calculate the cost of equity. So we immediately recognize this as an application of the DDM model, or the dividend discount model, which states that the price today equals the dividend one period from now divided by the cost of equity minus G, the long-term growth rate. We simplify this equation and we get the cost of common equity as the dividend yield, which is D1 over P0, plus the long-term growth rate G. Now G is the ROE times the retention rate. So we plug in the numbers given and we get cost of equity equals the dividend yield, which is 8%, plus the ROE times 1 minus the retention rate, which is given as 15%. So that makes it 8 plus 13 times 0.85. We plug this into our calculator. And we get the answer of 19.05%, which makes A the correct answer. Good luck with your prep as always. I'll be back soon with more videos.